This video is brought to you by Dr. Kristen R. Bromley's Guitar Method Book Series and Online Music Academy.
Hi, I'm Dr. Kristen Bromley. Welcome to my online academy. It's so great to have you joining me here in these online lessons. It's a Technique Tuesday, and we love Technique Tuesdays. Right now, we're working on scale patterns to sort of develop that left hand dexterity, control between the right and left hands. So we're using just a basic major scale in the lesson, in all of these lessons. I got that form up here on the board if you need to review it. I'm putting that root, which has the square around it, at the 6th fret on the 6th string. So I'm playing this in B flat major. We got 2 octaves plus that extra second on top, filling out all the notes we have in the position. And then we're going down to the 7th below the root and back to that root. So that fills out the whole position. If this is the first lesson you're jumping in on, you may want to check out the ones where we do thirds, fourths, fifths, and sixths first, and also the Theory Thursday lessons that go over unlocking that fretboard by understanding the major scale. But you can jump in on this one too, that's just fine. So we're using that scale. What we're going to do, working with sevenths, is that we're going to start on a step of the scale and we're going to play 7 steps. I just played 8, but we're going to play 7. So that was going from the root to the 7th. Then starting on step 2, we'll do 7 steps, and that's going to take us up to the root. And then 3, when we start on step 3, that's going to take us up to the higher 2. When we do step 4, that's going to take us up to the 3rd. The 5th is going to take us up to the 4th. If we start on the 6th, we're going to get up to the 5th. When we start on the 7th, we're going to get up to the 6th. When we start with that root, we're going to get up to the 7th, then the 2 takes us up to the root, and the 3 takes us up to the high 2. Then when we come down, we got the 2 to the root. So let me back up there for a second. Hopefully you saw that we just worked our way by each step going up the scale. We played 7 steps from there, and then came back and caught the next one. So as we're coming down like I just did, once we reach the highest, we can go in the form we want to descend, but we're going to descend while still ascending up the scale. So when I went to step 2, I went 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to the root. So now I'm going to go down to the root and play up to step 7. Then we're going to do 7 to 6, then 6 to 5, then you do 5 to 4, and then we'll do 4 to 3, then we do 3 to 2, we'd have 2 to the root, we got the root to the 7th, and then you'd have that low 7 up to 6, and then we're back to the root. So that's how that works. So I'm going to play through it without talking. Of course, you can play right along with me if you'd like to. I'm just doing it at a nice slow tempo. It's important that we get these accurately, learn them at a slow tempo. The more we do them accurately, the more it helps us get inside of whatever scale form we're working on, and the more it actually helps our hands develop their ability to play. So once we get it at a slower tempo though, and we've got it confidently, then we want to speed it up. But I'm going to go ahead and play it without talking. You can play it right along with me if you'd like to. One little trick to playing this one is the target note is 1 note less than what we start on. So if we start on the root, we're going up to the 7th. If we start on 2, then we're going to the root. If we start on 3, then we're going to the 2, and so on. That may help. Otherwise, if you can just keep track of where you're starting and then just get used to going 7 steps off that and then going up to the next note. So think root, and now I'm going to the 2, and you just do that sort of thing. So you got ready and just like that. Pretty simple in concept, all of these scale patterns that we've been working on, but really, really good for the hands. So once we get the ascending ones going, we want to do it descending as well. So we start on step 7 and bring that down to the root. Then we have the root down to step 2. Then we have step 2 down to the 3rd. Then we have the 3rd down to the 4th. We have the 4th down to the 5th. We have the 5th down to the 6th. Then we have the 6th down to the 7th. We have the 7th down to the root, and then we have the root down to the step 2, and then we have step 2 down to the 3rd. Then we're going in reverse. So we have the root down to step 2, the 7th down to the root, the 6th down to the 7th, the 5th down to the 6th, the 4th down to the 5th, the 3rd down to the 4th, the 2nd down to the 3rd, the root down to the 2nd, the 7th down to the root, and the 6th down to the 7th. And you could come up and do 7 back to the root just to finish it like that. So I'm going to play through that now without talking. And if you can just keep track of where you're starting, do those 7 steps, then it works great. So you go ret, ti, an. Just like that. So 7ths are really great. It gets us really working a lot of that scale. In the next Technique Tuesday lesson, we're going to work interval skips of 7ths, so major, minor 7ths within the scale, which are really good for gaining control with that right hand and that left hand. So it's going to be great. Of course, we got Theory Thursday lessons on Thursdays, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays right now. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays right now have jazz lessons. And on Saturday, we're doing improvisation over blues, rock, pop style grooves and chord progressions. So super, super fun. Lots of great things. Hundreds of lessons already on the channel, so lots to check out. And we hope you keep having fun. Take care, and we'll see you again. If you found this video helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. For more in-depth lessons and to progress through a free guitar course, check out my Guitar 101 series on YouTube and my guitar method books, which all come with access to hours of in-depth video lessons. You can find more information about me and my products at KristenBromley.com. Take care.